got a bite there. Oh, we got one. Oh, what was I saying? I thought I felt maybe this back end would be good. Got him. You gotta tighten this up a little bit. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come here. Looks like a good one. Hey guys, welcome to episode 18. We're over here at Discovery Ponds and in Gilbert. They've got two ponds over here. They've got a 2-acre pond and a 1-acre pond here in the back. So we're going to spend a couple hours at each one today and see what we can get. So stay tuned. I'll see you when we get down there. Hey everyone. We're up here for episode 18 over at Discovery Ponds in Gilbert. There's two ponds here. We got one down here on the bottom that's 2 acres and then one up on top here that's 1 acre. We're going to hit both of them today for our Phoenix community fishing lakes and ponds. I'm going to go with a little something different this morning. I'm going to try these that I just picked up off of Amazon. They're like a swim bait. And they move in the water like that. I'm going to try them out, see if we can get a bass with them. From a company called TrueSend. Got them off Amazon. So it comes in a 3-pack. I'm going to try it out, see if we can get something on this. I've been doing a lot of drop shotting lately, and that's been working great, which I'll probably switch to. But for now, I am going to try this and try something a little different this morning because we're starting a little later. It's just after 10 a.m. on Wednesday, August 11th. Had to go a little later start today. I had to take my brother-in-law to the airport, go back to Seattle. Haven't seen him in a long time, and we had a great time this weekend. In my last video, I took him and my wife out fishing, and they both caught bass. So that was pretty fun if you want to check out my last video. Well, let's give this a shot and see if anything's interested. I saw some bluegills along the wall, so we'll see if anything's interested in this. And then we'll probably switch it up, maybe to the drop shot or something else. See if we can hook into something today. Oh, it's getting chased by a whole little school of fish following it. So, let's see. A lot of water here, I don't know, from rain or there's sprinklers or whatnot, but a lot of mud and water, so I gotta avoid where I'm going. I'm just doing a nice, steady, slow retrieve with this. It has a lot of action in the water. Make sure everything's clean and good. Let's see. Drag is okay. Yep, we're good there. Alright. But it's supposed to be a really nice day today. I think the high is only supposed to be like 93 today, which is amazing. So I think it's just in the mid 80s right now at 10 o'clock. So beautiful day to be out fishing. Well, we did the first 10-15 minutes with that swim bait. Nothing. So I'm going to switch to these robo worms here, the 6-inch straight tail morning dawn robo worms. And when I was fishing with Terry the other day, he had some that had like chartreuse tails on it. And I also noticed a lot of people use this Spike It. This is a garlic dip and glow. So this is supposed to actually dye the worm tail too and put some scent on it. So what I'm going to do is dye the tails of these robo worms here, or one of them here, and try this on the drop shot and see how this does. Never used this stuff before. I just picked it up also on Amazon. It took a little while to wait for it, longer than normal, more than a couple days, but let's see. I'll just go in a few inches there. Just let it sit there for a second, I guess. Pull it out. Oh, look at that. It like immediately changed the color of that. Like it's supposed to. This stuff, you don't want to get this on anything. This stuff is nasty, dye, and stinky. But you can see right there, it's changed the color of that tail. So let's go ahead and rig this up. And I've never used this before. I don't know. We'll see. Try something new. I've seen a lot of people put this on their different types of lures for bass. So we're just going to go with the standard drop shot right in the tip there. I got a couple inches on the back side of that that's dyed with that garlic smell. You can really, really smell that. That's some pretty strong stuff. So let's give this drop shot a try with this new dye and smell on there, and we'll see what happens. I like to call this the old drop and pop. You know, drop it, let it sink, and then just give it some pops. Lately this has just been working great, getting the bass. So we'll see. Oh, got a bite right there. Oh. Had a nice bite right there. Really nice bite. And sometimes I notice that happens with I have the 6-inch worm on there. With the longer worm, I get a lot of bites, and I think they're biting the back end of that, and they're just not, they're grabbing that worm, but they're not getting hooked. So I may have to switch this up to more of a wacky rig, especially on the longer worm. But that was a really good bite right off the bat there. That was a strong tug. That's a good sign. Okay. We're going to keep it this way for a little bit longer. And maybe I'll go a little deeper on this drop shot. I'm using a 1/4 ounce weight on here. We're going to keep going with this just a little longer, and if we keep getting bites and not getting hookups, then I'm going to switch it to the wacky setup. See if that makes a difference. A lot of times when I'm fishing a pond or a lake that I have not fished before, like this one, I'd rather start with this kind of a setup typically because the hook is covered. I feel I'm less likely to get snagged up on something in this configuration. But once I know I can get through an area, and maybe if I'm not, oh, that was another little tug. If I'm not getting the hookups and stuff, I'll switch it to the wacky rig. It's just on the wacky rig, you got that hook exposed, and I feel sometimes, especially I'm right near all these reeds, so I don't know what's going out next to it if I'm going to get snagged up on there. So once I know I'm safe to go through an area for a while, I may switch it up and give them a different presentation. Plus, I've just noticed that on the wacky rig, I definitely have a way better hookup ratio. Like my last video, I did on the wacky rig. And typically, a lot of times in these ponds, I haven't really ran into any like big bass. Most of them have been smaller size. So, oh, look at that huge carp! Oh my God! I hope you guys saw that. That was a monster carp right there. Wow. That thing had to be 20 plus pounds. And I did not bring anything to fish for carp today. I'm going to have to bring my big pole and some corn and some garbanzo beans. Yeah, that thing was a freaking beast, man. I hope he showed up on the camera. Well, that's the first big fish I saw. Alright, I switched it to the wacky rig. If you might have saw there, I was a little distracted by that huge carp that just came right up here in front of me. But I switched to the wacky rig. We're going to give this a shot since we've had a couple of bites and we didn't get a hookup. So I'm going to see if this can help us out here. Oh, I'm getting hit again. Oh, got something. Got him that time. Yeah, we got ourselves a bass there, and I loosened my drag so much. Yeah, decent little guy. Come on. He's a decent one. Come here. Alright. Yeah, he's a good one. That's a nice one. That's a real nice one, actually. Come here. I don't have my net. You're bigger than most of the ones I've been catching. Yeah, you're a big boy. Come here. He's a big boy. Oh, dang. This might be a new personal best for me right here. If I can get him out of the water. Come here. Come here. Oh, hell yeah. That's a new personal best for me. Holy heck, that's a big boy. Look at that. Gotta be a couple pounder. Dang. Right on the lip with that drop shot. Wow, that is probably one of the biggest ones I've caught. Let's get him back in the water. All right, guy, thank you. That was a lot of fun. That was a big boy. That's a nice bass. That's one of the nicest bass I've caught so far at one of these parks. And I got my feet all muddy. Well, that was a great start to the day. Once I switched over to the wacky rig on this morning dawn 6-inch robo worm that I dyed the tail on with that spike it. That was a really nice bass right there. I'm going to go back over this way where I had a couple of bites earlier. That was a nice bass, and we saw a nice big carp too, so far so good. Alright, yeah, let's shoot up around this corner. Let's give this a shot. Right back here. Hey, a turtle! Forgot to add that in the list of species at all these ponds. Turtles, man. If you're fishing with cut bait, you know, fishing with hot dogs, you're fishing with shrimp, you're fishing with even worms, like, gotta keep an eye on them turtles. They will go right for it, so. Alright, let's try over here. I have found, and it's just my theory, that a lot of times where I'm getting hookups and catching fish has been in the back furthest part of the pond, away from the parking lot, away from the traffic, away from, you know, where people hang out. Because typically what I've noticed, a lot of people go and they're fishing ponds, and I've seen other people fishing there. They come and they park and they go right down and they fish like right in the front there, you know, like probably the easiest, fastest place to get to. And I found that I haven't had a really good hookup ratio or catching fish there, but when I work my way around the pond to the back corner, usually the furthest from the parking lot and the street and traffic where people aren't really walking around as much or fishing, I feel like I've been getting a better, you know, hitting bass back there in the corners. I feel like maybe they just stay in the back away from all the commotion. So, but typically on most of the ponds, it's been the area that's got the most sunlight too, which is interesting. So a lot of times I'm trying to find shade, but it's been working. So to me, this back corner here would be what I would consider the prime location at this pond, according to that hypothesis. And we did get one, sort of in the back corner right over here. I mean, in this general vicinity. So let's see. Let's try to come right through here. We'll try to work our way up and around. This way, we can go back. This is perfect. We can go right back through here, right in front of these reeds. I can move around the corner here, go in front of those reeds. So, yeah, we'll give this all a really good shot through here and see what we get. See if that guy's got some other big brothers back here, because that is one of the biggest bass I've caught so far. Definitely the biggest bass on the drop shot. So. And I gotta check, I don't know how often you're supposed to, like if you're supposed to be reapplying that spike it, you know, for the scent or whatnot, or you just do it once, you know. I would assume that maybe after a little while you should probably dip it again just to reapply that. Oh, got one right there. Oh shit. Holy cow. That guy took off and just popped my line like nothing, just bam. Wow, I had tightened it up a little bit with that last one, but he just snapped me right off like absolute nothing. That was crazy. Well, good thing I brought another one. It's just after 12:30 now. We're up at that pond, the second pond here at Discovery Ponds, the 1 acre pond up top. I switched it over to a green pumpkin from the robo worm. This one still has the dip tail on it with that spike it. But I'm going to just do this standard drop shot for a little bit and then maybe switch back to a wacky. This one's a little shorter, being only 5 inches, so I don't always miss the hookup on these shorter ones as much as the long ones. Maybe that's more me than anything else, but I want to try to give a little different presentation. I noticed the water up here in this pond versus the one down below is a little murkier. So I've had good luck with the green pumpkin in murkier waters typically, but we'll see. try a little bit further in this corner back here. Just got a feeling about this one. Maybe this is the spot back here. Gotta find them. Like my park. Oh, we got a bite there. Oh, we got one. Oh, what was I saying? I thought I felt maybe this back end would be good. Got him. You gotta tighten this up a little bit. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come here. Looks like a good one. Hope I didn't tighten it up too much. And I just banged the camera, so let's hope I didn't smear it. Come here. Alright, let's get him in. Here's another decent one here. Another big one. Like a decent size, bigger than my park, that's for sure. Come here, bud. Oh yeah, here's a nice one. Yeah, nice big chunky one. So now we got one on the bottom and the top. So that's a good one. It's a good sign. That was just on the standard green pumpkin drop shot worm. Beautiful fish. Nice. And you have been hooked by Hurley. Like I said, maybe this corner back here, this is the ticket maybe. Looking good on the worm. Let's keep trying this corner. Maybe we found him. I just said when I threw that out there, I thought it was a good spot. I said I'd end on a fish, but you know, it just re-energizes you. Gets you back in the game, so. Looks like we might have a game and fish warden coming my way. Or a policeman. A policeman or a game and fish warden. I don't know. We'll see. This ought to be interesting. Let's see what he wants. Probably wants to see if I have a license.
What are you doing?
Good.
Oh, game and fish department, just checking licenses.
All right. Let me go grab it.
Cool. So I caught at least one.
Yeah. I got one bass here and one bass down below. I'm doing a YouTube series going around showing everyone all the community parks.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And just trying to see if I can catch anything because most people haven't done it and it's middle of summer, so.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Good idea.
So, yeah, some days, you know, getting skunked, but.
That's fishing.
Yeah. 37 right here.
All right.
That's the standard,
Yep.
you know, everything.
Good enough for me.
Do you need to see my ID to make sure that's me?
You're good.
All right.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's the first time so far at one of these parks we've been carded. So make sure you got your license, guys, because it is required at the parks too. These are community programs. They're all part of the standard Arizona fishing license. That's going to wrap it up for today. We had a pretty good day. We caught a nice big bass down at the bottom pond, and then we got a nice bass over here at this top pond, that 1 acre pond. We also had a run-in with one of the game wardens who came in and had to check my license, so be prepared for that. That could happen at any time. Stick around for the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.